What's up? I'm a Frog, and today I'll be showing you the easiest level to speedrun in all of Halo Combat Evolved, Keys. This run only has one big trick, and it technically has already started, and we'll backtrack here in a minute, but for now we need to lead this flood back to where we first spawned in. Some floods spawn as revivers, meaning at first they'll go down and then they'll get back up. Their hitboxes when they revive don't come up with them, they magically reappear. And you can actually take advantage of this and do a trick called flood bumping. So if you couldn't tell, that actually pushed us through a wall, and we are almost to the end of the level already. So you can walk back here, hit that trigger, which you have to do. And then when you come in here, these enemies are supposed to be shooting at each other, but they are just completely deactivated, so you can just take them all out. And it is important that you kill all of them, because otherwise they will come back to life and ruin your day. If you were trying to go for a record or just get a really good time, you wouldn't kill them all, but we're playing it safe. Okay, so we are already at the Keys cutscene and almost at the very end of the level. But before I progress any further, I'm actually going to rewind and walk you through that entire trick so that you'll be able to do it yourself. The problem with this trick is we need this flood to spawn as a reviver, and he doesn't always. I showed the cutscene at the start for a reason. Essentially, you have to manipulate the first flood into spawning as a reviver, which you do by skipping this cutscene at the right time. When is that time? Well, it depends on your settings. For me, my visual cue is when this edge starts to cross the edge of the screen. Yours might be different, and you may need to try different timings until you find one that works for you every time. After the cutscene, you have to walk perfectly straight and do nothing else. I'm on a controller, but instead of the thumbstick, I use the D-pad here because you need to be going perfectly straight from frame 1 after you spawn. This makes the flood and the grunt spawn the exact same way every time based on when you skip the cutscene. For me, I know that I skipped the cutscene at the correct time if the grunt is red with a rounded back. Your grunt may look different than mine, but whatever it is, it should be the same for you every time once you find a cue that works for you. On the actual flood bump, there are these lines on the wall. I line up with this one. Overcharge the flood and stand on top of the infection form in his body, and when he stands back up, you'll get sent through the wall. Now that we're back at this cutscene, I'll take a second to point out that the MCC timer does not count this towards your time. On HaloRuns.com, though, this cutscene is counted. Make sure to check their timing rules before submitting a run. This level isn't quite over yet, though, and we'll fast forward the rest of the cutscene. Okay, so if you remember how this level goes, it doesn't actually end there. You have to escape now in a Banshee, so we are going to walk out here and throw a distraction grenade. Ideally, you don't want it to hit the wall, that kind of messed it up, but if the elites see the grenade before they see you, they will actually just sit there and stare at it and not even shoot at you. So here we're going to do the same thing except better, throw a distraction grenade so the flood look over there and don't shoot at me. I bumped into him and then he hit me, so that was kind of sloppy, but still we made it through. There you can drop down to the second floor, and we are going to walk over where the Banshees are going to fly in, and we can take one of them to get us out of here. So this is all on a timer, so there's no way to speed this up. You just got to wait for them to come down. I always like to backsmack this elite just because it's fun. And then you hop in the Banshee, and now the level is on a timer, so we can do whatever we want. It doesn't have any effect on when the level's going to end. The level will just end whenever it's ready to end. This Banshee, as you can see, is kind of wonky, and you can fly through walls, and you can go all over the place, and there we go, level over. This is another unskippable cutscene, so we just got to let it ride out, and I will let the post-game Carnage report show that shows my final time. So according to the MCC timer, my final time was 1 minute 49 seconds. Like I said, on HaloRuns.com, it's a little bit longer. It's 2 minutes 33 seconds. This level is really easy. Listen to my advice. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I know that y'all can take care of this level just fine. That's it for this one. I'll catch you next time.